Good evening, everybody. Good evening to all our wonderful guests, all the students and staff here. Welcome to the May 19th, 2026 meeting of the Board of Education for Arlington Heights School District 25. Thanks to everyone that's here for joining us tonight. And before we begin, I will share that our meetings are when the school board conducts its business and are open to the public. Because we are an elected governmental body, we can only take action by majority vote in a public meeting like this one. We welcome the public to listen and observe, and we have community input sections on the agenda if you have any questions or comments on the business of the board. With that, I call the regular meeting to order. And Ms. O'Brien, will you please call the roll?
Cerniglia?
Here.
Tranter? Here. Michael?
Here.
Scapalato? Neerman?
Here.
Buchberger?
Here.
Jogi?
Here.
Thank you, Lana. This evening, the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by the students from the Science Olympiad. Please stand if you are able for the Pledge of Allegiance. As we do every month, and today is no exception, we reserve the first space on our agenda to recognize the notable accomplishments and service of District 25 students and staff. Again, we thank all of you for being here so that we can acknowledge you. And tonight, we have both student and staff accomplishments to recognize. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. K.
Thank you, President Scapalato. I am really excited to be here standing amongst some amazing Science Olympiad students. Let's give them a round of applause. So I'm going to have them stay here and invite their coaches to join us. So if I could have the South coach, Sean Marusek, come on up. And if I could have the Thomas coach come up at the same time, Kim Malinowski. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. They will say a couple words. I heard we might also have a short video as well. And while we're doing this recognition, we'll also be giving all the students a gift. This is a very memorable celebration, and it has become a tradition here in District 25 to recognize at the end of the year the Science Olympiad students. You know it when you just open your ears and you hear all of their awards clinging together, which means they're multi-winners. So please help me one more time in recognizing our coaches, Sean Marusek, Kim Malinowski, and there are others they might be calling up here right now. Come on up.
Thomas, Science Olympiad to those up.
Okay.
Is that okay? Are they
Yeah.
coming up with you?
We're going to wait a moment to make sure all the Thomas students get up here. Get comfortable in the space up here. Typically, we like to go in alphabetical order, but I heard that Thomas is going to go first. Coach Kim Malinowski.
Thank you. Do you guys want to? You can. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Go ahead. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we celebrate a team of students who have demonstrated what it truly means to work hard, support one another, and pursue excellence together. Science Olympiad is not an easy activity. It demands long hours of studying, problem solving, building, testing, revising, and learning from failure. These students gave up afternoons, weekends, and countless hours of free time to prepare for events that challenged both their minds and their perseverance. Success did not come instantly. It came through dedication, resilience, and teamwork. What makes this team especially remarkable is not just their academic ability, but their character. They encouraged one another through setbacks, shared knowledge freely, celebrated each other's successes, and stepped up wherever the team needed them. They learned that achievement is strongest when built on collaboration, trust, and mutual respect. This group represents the very best of what Science Olympiad is meant to inspire: curiosity, determination, leadership, and a passion for learning. Whether they earned medals this season, which we did forget to bring, so we also have a bunch of medals. I just forgot to tell them to bring it. We also would be clinging. They went stealth mode. Yes. So whether they earned medals this season or simply improved through hard work, every member contributed to the success of the team. I'm incredibly proud of all they have accomplished this season. Congratulations to our Thomas Science Olympiad team for an outstanding season and for representing your school with excellence, integrity, and heart.
So we actually had a team meeting after school today to start talking about next year. So I told the kids after school today that this year they convinced me to field 3 teams, which is 45 students. It's a little crazy. They all know that. When you're trying to practice events with between 6 and 9 students together who get along and have fun and support each other and do all those wonderful things Kim was talking about. Sometimes more goofing than working gets done, but that's how we bond as a team. But their ability to lead each other and support each other and really become this cohesive team that was my dream. They did it. 5th in state shows how much that hard work and supporting each other paid off. And I will also tell you my highlight coach moment this year was walking into our home base at Thomas at the end of the day after a very hard day of competing and seeing 30 kids sitting on the floor playing a good old-fashioned round of telephone. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. All right, I think we have a little video. Chris, can you pull the name slide up? Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to have my South co-captains announce the students on each team from South. So we're going to start with, is Jack here? All right. I'll do the varsity team. All right. Amkar? Where's Amkar? Okay? Cardinal, you guys know Cardinal Clap, right? Amkar Bhatt, Jack Brown, Ziva Delgado, Peyton Griffiths, Katerina Matrosirna, Claire Martin, Dia Mukhopadhyay, Henry Pace, Gianna Phillip, Rila Puckett, Tyler Ramirez, Claudio Rodriguez, Olivia Schoenbeck, Colette Schroeder, and Keegan Scogny. All right, who's next? Peyton. All right.
Paul, this is our JV1 team. Paul, David, Andrew, George, Eliana, Ryan, Sam, Elliot, James, Jonah, Kelson, Drew, Fritz, Nathan, and Nick.
I'll just say last initials because I'm too afraid of messing up last names. For our JV2 or JV Black team, we have James C., Layla D., Gabe D., Nadia H., Thomas I., Liam N., Khalil P., Zosha P., Gavin R., Leona Rodriguez, Shahir S., James S., and Miles W.
Thank you. Okay, I just want to really quickly, before Thomas announces their team, I would love to see a show of hands from both teams. How many of you are also part of the fine arts here in District 25? Band, orchestra, jazz band. How many of you are part of athletics in District 25? Any athletics in District 25? Awesome. Any athletics outside of District 25? All right. How many of you are also part of other clubs, sports, activities, youth groups, things outside the district? This is the kids we've got.
Okay, this year we just had one varsity and one JV team, but then we also incorporated an alternates team who was a group of dedicated students that were like there to fill in for any events if people couldn't do them, and they came and they practiced with our team. So to read off the names, I'm going to have two of my 8th grade students who have been on the team for all 3 years come up and read for each of our teams. So Harshan and Archie, would you guys please come up?
You start. You're varsity. Varsity's first.
Okay, I'm gonna read for varsity. Evelyn, Ben, Colin, Andrew, Samyak, Peter, Joshua, Archie, Anika, Nadim, Harshan, Shravya, Dennis, Sirat, Wyatt.
And now for the JV team, we have Manya, Hema, Oliver, Kevin, Hema, Brandon, Cooper, Leo, Noah, Owen, Kayan, Anita, Leah, Caitlin, and Swastika. And our alternates were Rayansh, Anika, and Ethan.
Congratulations to all of our Science Olympiad team. Let's give them another big round of applause for all their hard work.
Big thank you to the student, don't want to say athletes, these amazing Science Olympiad students. So it is almost like athletes, but it's athletes for the mind. Thanks to the coaches, thanks to the students. I'm going to pause for a moment and give all the parents a chance to take a good photo. So students, make me the center of where you're going to be looking. Make sure I can see your face if you're looking at me. If you can't see my face, then move and adjust. Parents, if you want to get in a better position to take a photo, come on up. Board members, if you guys want to get on the sides.
Hey, for me, cling your things. Cling
Not all of them have it. All right, we'll do a 5 countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 2. Still hold. Remain holding. The anticipation is building. Just 2 more seconds. A dad is calling his child out up front. It means we couldn't see the face. 2, 1. Congratulations, Science Olympiad. Well done. Thank you. Science Olympiad students, if you guys could stay for just one more moment. Thank you. Thanks, Kim. We have 2 more recognitions this evening. Science Olympiad students, I'm going to ask you to stick around for one more, and then we'll give you an opportunity to politely exit for the evening for those who wish to exit. But the next one is another celebration for Arlington Heights music teachers, which includes all of our band and music teachers and our Music for Youth. So I have to tell you, we have a good streak going in this community for earning the amazing award, which is not easy to get, the Best Communities and Music Education Award. And I anticipate the music teachers may not think I want to say their name and recognize them, but you are wrong. I want you to come stand up here like the Science Olympiad students. So without further ado, let's have them come rise up to the front, all of our music educators. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. So we have won this award a number of times, and we are excited to once again recognize a couple representatives from our music and band departments to recognize all that they bring to our community. When we go to events at the school, it's typically watching Science Olympiad, watching sports, and often watching plays, musicals, and our band perform. We are extremely lucky in this community to have such a deep, experienced, well-informed music department and people that want to give back, not just during the school day, but outside of the school day for our students. So if we could give them another round of applause. I'm going to take a page out of the Science Olympiad book and recognize each one of them by first name only. And we are getting ready for graduation, so we recognize that as a 1 clap. So follow along with my cadence. Dana, Catherine, Kenny, Kate, Candice, Kathy, Caitlin, Katie, Jenny, Carolyn, Marcus, John, Olivia. Just checking. Casey, Rachel, Camille, Aaron, Gretchen, Claudia, Philip, Victor, and last but not least, Vania. Congratulations. Don't slow clapping out.
No picture, okay. Sorry.
Board members, if you guys could come join our music and band and Music for Youth staff. They love photos, they said. If any of their parents also came, we'll do a 3-second countdown. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. So at this time, I want to finalize the recognition for our Science Olympiad mental athletes and our music best communities for music education. And I'm going to give you a soft opportunity to gracefully exit. The next recognition we have is for our retirees, which allows them to move up closer to the front. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Hey, thanks for coming. We'll give you guys a moment to get resettled. Thanks for being patient. All right, we made it to the moment that we get to recognize those we're all very jealous of. Those who have made it to the retirement year. I asked the kids how many days we have left. Do you know how many they told me? Do you know how many days we have left? I love that you guys aren't shouting it out. How many? How many do we have left? We have 10 more days with students, a couple more with professional development. But it's amazing you've come this far in your career, and we have 10 days left to celebrate and honor the careers you guys have put into District 25. So it's time to celebrate. We're going to give you a couple gifts. One of your administrators will also be here to say a couple positive words, and we're going to allow you to just bask in the glow of excitement. We're not going to ask you to speak. You're just going to accept a couple gifts, shake some hands, take a couple photos, and just enjoy that you get to be recognized for your time and dedication in this district. It truly is something we're all jealous of. So without further ado, I just want to check to make sure, because sometimes people tell us they're not attending, but then they do attend, so I don't want to miss anyone. So for crossing guards, we had 2 that are retiring. And sometimes they retire after the school year ends last year, but we still want to recognize them at one of our events. So it's been a while for some of these people, but we just want to make sure if they showed up, I don't want to miss them. So James Kleiner, did James come? He's one of our older retired crossing guards. No James? And what about Eduardo Portugal? Did Eduardo come tonight? All right, so good. It matches what they told us that they weren't coming. So thank you for them for being so polite and honest. We also have a gentleman who has been with our district for 40 years. 4 decades dedicated to District 25. yet he didn't come tonight. I think he's earned the right not to come, but I did want to say his name to give him credit, Dave Gaylor. Congratulations, Dave. In our Food Nutrition Services Department, we have Kathy Benko. Kathy is retiring this year. I don't know if she was planning to join. Kathy, are you here? I don't see you. Congratulations to Kathy Benko. From Dryden, we had one person retiring, and I also did not see her, but she could surprise me. Laura Rebsman. Is Laura here? So she had 26 years dedicated in District 25. Congratulations to Laura. All right, we're going to move down to, I do see a couple of these people here, so let me please introduce the principal of Greenbrier Elementary School, Donna Bingaman, and our early childhood and assistant principal, Annette Peoples. Come on up.
We have 6 retirees, only 3 of which chose to come tonight. We're not even going to talk about the others because that would make them upset. They very much want to keep it as quiet as possible. So we do have Kathy Brady, Linda Pelzinski, and Regina Cross. If you could all come up. All right, we're teachers. We're gonna go in alphabetical order. So, Kathy. Congratulations, Kathy, on your 19 years of dedicated service to our students. Although I did learn tonight she had 2 years previous to having her children that I did not know about. Through your time here, you have exemplified the heart of a true educator. Kathy is known for her incredibly patient, kind, and understanding demeanor, which has made her classroom a welcoming, safe place for every student. Her dedication went beyond the classroom walls. She'd be seen at Gator Bash and Gator Rock, and ensuring that her students knew she cared for them. She has a great passion for reading. If you ever need a book recommendation as a child or adult, Kathy is your girl. She always has one ready, and it's always a good read. During her tenure, she skillfully shaped the young minds in both 2nd and 4th grade. Yes, I moved her to 4th grade in her last year. She may at some point forgive me. Thank you for your commitment, your kindness, your wonderful 19 years of teaching. We wish you a retirement filled with time spent with your family, especially your new granddaughter.
All right, next up is Regina Cross. Regina has been a dedicated educator for 23 years in District 25. Regina is level-headed, incredibly empathetic, and very kind. She goes out of her way to make sure individuals are seen while keeping the good of the group in mind. Regina is a lifelong learner. She decided to teach resource, a totally new position, just a few years before retirement. I mean, who does that? So, as a special that's true. And as a special educator, Regina is brilliant. Whether teaching preschoolers or elementary students, she meets students where they are developmentally and patiently moves them on to the next level. Regina works hard day in and day out. We hope you enjoy your well-deserved retirement by spending time with your granddaughter, Alma, hiking the Smoky Mountains, or getting a massage in Galena. Congratulations, Regina.
Thank you. I'm not going to say goodbye to her because she promised she'd sub. All right, we have Linda. Linda, we are celebrating your incredible 27 years of dedicated service to the district, to the children of District 25. Throughout your tenure, you have embraced every new challenge with grace, having shaped the young minds in 2nd grade, first grade, kindergarten, and as a reading specialist. Your expertise as a reading specialist has been invaluable. Your teammates go to you for support all the time. You are the expert, and I so appreciate you. Another one with retirement in sight and joins a, 2-3 year long commitment to the new reading committee and helping to roll out our new curriculum. You have been exceptionally supportive colleague. The primary team will deeply miss your guidance and wisdom. Thank you, Linda, for everything you have taught the Greenbrier community and me. As you begin this new chapter, we wish you nothing but the best and many joyful days of dancing ahead.
Thank you.
One more round of applause for our Greenbrier Gators. Do we want to do a photo outside? Yeah, excellent. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you. They're going to go outside and take a photo, so we're adding a new tradition, photo outside. All right. Next up, from Ivy Hill, I was told both were not attending, but I think they deserve to hear their name read and how many years they've dedicated. Both Sheila Crowley and Kim Mulan, the front office. I'm confident both are watching online, so kudos to you two. Next up, we have Olive Mary Stitt. I will invite up the administrators from Olive, although I'm making my eye scan. There you are. So good to see you. I was worried you weren't here. That's on me. Erin Davis. Congrats. Glad you're here.
Thanks. Welcome. I would like to invite our music teacher, Miss Kathy Prevette, to join me. Okay, for the past 19 years, Kathy has filled the halls of Olive Mary Stitt with music, joy, and unforgettable memories for generations of students and staff members. Beginning her career in District 25 in 2007, at both Dryden and Olive as a music teacher, she later made Olive Mary Stitt her home for the remainder of her career. Over the years, you have taught every student from kindergarten through 5th grade, directing well over 100 grade level concerts, no small feat, and showcased student talent and brought our school community together. During the challenges of COVID, you adapted your teaching to bring music to students virtually, ensuring creativity and connection continued, even from a distance. Beyond the classroom, she has served as both a building and district music team leader, supporting colleagues with the same dedication she gives her students each day. Whether writing the beloved Olive Mary Stitt school song, which our graduating high school seniors sang today, or helping students open milk cartons in the lunchroom as a lunch supervisor, your kindness, leadership, and passion have left a lasting legacy on our school community. Thank you and congratulations.
The basket is meant for relaxation in retirement, not as a way to get packing. Enjoy a nice sandwich at Ravinia that can bring all the other treats you'd like to enjoy at Ravinia. Next up, we have one person we're recognizing from South Middle School, so if I can invite up Steve Prorock, principal at South Middle School. Thanks, Steve.
All right, so at South we have one person retiring. We have another one that will be talk a little bit more about Ms. Nomwitz. She'll talk about the other one, but right now would Adam Matthews please join me up here? Tonight, I'd like to recognize Adam for his 11 years of dedicated service to our district as a nighttime custodian. Adam has always taken great pride in his work, helping maintain our main office, MP room, which is right here, food service area, upstairs classrooms, and the Northside music, band, and LMC areas. His hard work and reliability have helped keep our schools welcoming and running smoothly every day. Outside of work, Adam has helped me out too. So I don't know if people know, but Adam also helps paint. He's a great and amazing painter. He works with a couple of his guys, and last year I was talking about, I need help with my house. And Adam's like, I can do the job for you. So beyond just helping us here at the school, Adam is willing to step out and help out a lot of people. I wasn't the only one he painted house for. There's a couple other staff members he did that as well. So thank you. As he begins his retirement, Adam is looking forward to spending more time with his children and grandchildren, traveling and visiting a family in Tennessee, where they're currently in Nashville, and also he's looking at maybe a future home in Florida, Puerto Rico, somewhere like that. So Adam, thank you for your service, your dedication to our district, and the care you brought to your work every day. We wish you a happy, healthy, and a well-deserved retirement. Thank you.
Congratulations, Adam. Next up, we have 3 people that we are recognizing who are retiring from Thomas Middle School. But before they come up, we have 2 that are not able to be here tonight who also are retiring. Patty Geisel of 22 years at Thomas and Julia Piontek, 18 years at Thomas. Congrats to those 2. And to recognize the 3 that are here, Principal of Thomas Middle School, Lori Namowitz. Come on up.
Thank you. All right. The first staff member that we're going to recognize is a staff member who starts her day off at South Middle School every morning, and then midday she travels over to Thomas. So please welcome up Kathy Holbrook. All right. Congratulations to Kathy for 19 years of dedicated service to Thomas Middle School and District 25. Since joining Thomas in 2007, Kathy has touched the lives of countless students, families, and staff members through her work with adapted physical education and inclusion across all grade levels in District 25. For 10 years, she served as the district adapted PE teacher, serving all buildings, both middle schools and all the elementary schools. And for the last 9 years, she has supported us at both the middle schools in her role. She ensures that every student has an opportunity to participate, belong, and succeed. Kathy founded the Partners in Athletic Club at Thomas. She has created many meaningful opportunities for students of all abilities to participate together in athletics, activities, and school life. Through the Partner in Athletics Club, in addition to Special Olympics, she also supports the cheerleading team at South. She's done track and field, she's done cross country, and countless other after-school activities. Kathy has made sure that students experience not just participation, but connection, confidence, and joy. Kathy, as you begin this new chapter, we wish you endless happiness, relaxation, and many wonderful moments with your family, especially your grandchildren. May your retirement be filled with love and laughter, adventure, and joy. Please, on behalf of Thomas and the district, thank your 5 children, your 2 grandchildren, and your husband for them having shared you with us all these years. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're very welcome.
All right. Next up, we have a member of the Wolf Pack that's been with us since 2020. Sandy Vliet, come on up, Sandy. All right. Throughout her time at Thomas, Sandy has worked as a teaching assistant in a variety of programs. Sandy has dedicated herself to helping students while modeling compassion, patience, and care. Sandy's contributions have extended beyond the classroom walls. She has poured her heart into creating many after-school opportunities for the students, such as the Board Games Club and the Soil Mates Garden Club. Sandy is a master gardener, and she has spearheaded the redesign of the Thomas Garden by writing many grants and securing supplies and programming, as well as many helping hands. Through her leadership, the Thomas Middle School Garden has become more than just a beautiful outdoor space. It's a living room, it's a living classroom, and a point of pride for the entire Thomas Middle School community. If you haven't seen it, please make sure to come by and take a look. Sandy's impact was recognized beyond Thomas Middle School when she received the Kenneth M. Bonder Beautification Hearts of Gold Award this year for creating sustained visual enhancements to the village through the Thomas Middle School Garden. What an accomplishment. Sandy, as you retire, we hope that your days are filled with relaxation and happiness, new adventures, and of course, plenty of time in the garden. She has promised to continue to come back and help us with our garden, which we really appreciate. Matt, we wanted to thank you for sharing her with us, and we wanted to wish you both a wonderful time in your retirement and just say thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations, Sandy.
All right. The next staff member has had 22 years of dedicated service to Thomas Middle School. Susan Ward, come on up here. All right. Susan, since joining Thomas in 2004, Susan has made a lasting impact on generations of students and staff alike. Throughout her career, she worked with students in 6th grade and in 8th grades. Susan has dedicated countless hours to creating opportunities for students through Student Council, Pause for a Cause, History Club, the Speech Challenge. Through all of her work, she has helped students discover their voice and grow in their confidence as readers, writers, and learners. Susan, thank you for always keeping students at the center of your work. You have given us a legacy of dedication, support, and commitment to student growth. We are grateful for your years of dedication, for your kindness, and the countless ways you have supported the students, your colleagues, and the entire Thomas community. As you begin this exciting next chapter and also celebrate 45 years of marriage with your husband, Bill, we wish you all the best. We hope that every moment you have spent with your family, especially as you get the chance to move closer to your children, is filled with joy. We know that you'll be taking bike rides, going kayaking, and building wonderful memories, all of which you so richly deserved. Congratulations, Susan, on your retirement.
Go ahead.
One more round of applause for our Thomas retirees. Next up, we have Westgate Elementary School. She said she wasn't going to be here. I didn't see her walk in, but let's give her a recognition. Mary Kalal for 17 years. Windsor has 3 people retiring this year, 2 of which are here, one who is not. The one who is not is Liz Chlopowitz. She has been with us for 21 years. Let's give her a recognition. And here to recognize the 2 that are present are Principal of Windsor Elementary School, Lindsay Anastasio.
All right, I can have Lynn Bankston and Donna Conan please come up. All right, Donna. Donna, you have given so much time, care, and heart to our school community. For 23 years, she has been far more than a teaching assistant. She has been a source of kindness, patience, encouragement, and support for countless students and teachers. She has been a truly wonderful teaching assistant whose dedication to the Windsor school community has shined through year after year. Whether welcoming students during drop and go, in heat, rain, snow, or cold, very cold, she has always greeted everyone with warmth and kindness. Her creativity and talent as an amazing artist can be seen throughout the school, through her own art or through the art made by the students from her art club that she had run for many years. Donna's own children attended Windsor School. She has given so much of herself to the community, making a lasting impact on students, families, and staff alike. While we're sad to see Donna retire, we are also excited for this new chapter and all of the opportunities ahead. Thank you for your years of service, commitment, and the difference you've made in so many lives. Lynn, congratulations on your retirement and best wishes for happiness, relaxation, and many wonderful adventures ahead. For 28 years, Lynn has been a kind, caring, and dedicated teaching assistant who has touched the lives of countless students and families at Windsor. As a parent whose own children attended Windsor, she has also brought a deep sense of community, compassion, and pride to everything she does. From greeting students each morning, to ensuring students grab their breakfasts at the start of the school day, to supervising recess duty with patience and care, attending countless field trips, and creating meaningful experiences for students, she has consistently gone above and beyond in her role. Her gentle spirit, dedication, and unwavering support have made her an invaluable part of Windsor school community for nearly 3 decades. We're sad to see Lynn retire, but we're also excited for this new chapter and all the opportunities ahead, like more visits to see her grandchildren and children in New York. Wishing you a wonderful retirement filled with happiness, relaxation, and new adventures. Congratulations to you both.
One more round of applause for Windsor. And a moment I have been waiting for. We now move to district office, Dunton Administration Building. We have 2 people retiring this year. One who is able to be here, kind of forced, and one who was unable to be here. Let's give her a recognition, Karen Iovino. I know you do wish Karen was here, but instead you have to stand next to me for what could be 30 minutes.
We have a time limit.
Who's going to take notes on this speech if you're not the one taking notes? Yeah, just one page, that's all. So we have here a dedicated employee who's been working at district office, so much so for 13 years, a very lucky number, I would say, supporting the entire district, and for the last 2 working extra hard to make sure I know my job and how to do it well. They say that behind every successful organization is a person who actually knows where everything is, how everything works, and exactly who to call when things go sideways. In District 25, that person has been and is Lana O'Brien. As many of you know, I stepped into this role as superintendent during a season of transition. Transitions can be messy, overwhelming, and unpredictable. But from my very first day, I had a secret weapon. I had Lana. Lana, I've said to the staff and to the board, but I want to say it to you tonight, in front of your friends and your colleagues and your family, I truly would not be able to make a smooth transition into this position without you. You provided the institutional knowledge, the steady hand, sometimes a little too steady for me, and the patient guidance that allowed me to lead effectively from day one. You didn't just support the office, you supported me, and for that I am eternally grateful. But Lana's impact goes far beyond just helping a new superintendent find his bearings. For years, she has been the calm within the storm for central office and our administrative assistants across the district. She is the gold standard for what it means to be a professional, grace under pressure, unfailingly kind, and fiercely dedicated to the success of the entire district. Lana, you have spent your career taking care of all of us. You've managed the calendars, handled the emergency phone calls, and kept the wheels of the district turning so quietly that most people didn't even realize how hard you were working. Now is finally the time for someone to take care of you. Tim, where are you at? There you are. As you head into this next chapter, I hope you trade the ringing phones for some well-deserved peace and quiet. I hope your calendar is filled with visits to more national parks, and that you look back on your time here with the same pride and affection we feel for you. You are leaving big shoes to fill, but you are also leaving a legacy of excellence that will remain part of this district for a very long time. Lana, thank you for being my partner in leadership, my guide, and my friend. Congratulations on a magnificent career and a very well-deserved retirement.
It's for you. I'll frame it. Thank you.
I'm sorry, but she has to go back to work. Soon, a couple more days. One more round of applause for our retiree from district office. Before you get back to work, what I'd like to do is have all the retirees with their flowers come on up for a group photo, if you wouldn't mind. Now would be the moment. Board, if I could have you join in this photo as well. We'll anchor right here in front of this table. And family, I'll give you a chance to get settled, to get some good photos. Let's get the board and all the retirees that are here with the flowers. All right, come on up if you want to get a better angle for a photo. Oh, I will step in, absolutely. Congratulations, everyone. Thanks for coming tonight.
Board members, I'm going to move that we take a 10-minute recess and return at 8 o'clock. Can I have that motion, please? Thank you, Liz. A second? Second. Thank you, Kevin. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you, everybody. While the board took that recess and I call the meeting back to order, we're going to continue with tonight's agenda with communications from district partners. So we'll start with the PTA and welcome Erin Lekomsky.
This is a nice chair. Ooh, nice. Okay. So, as evidenced by the packed agenda at this meeting tonight, this time of year feels like rush on a college campus, but we are sort of downsizing that to our elementary and middle schools. So for the PTAs, it's all 9 units pulling off large-scale programming while simultaneously preparing for next school year. Local unit PTAs are handling the long-awaited annual field days, many through tight-knit partnerships with each school's PE department. While the role varies by school, PTA participation in field day is certainly a time-honored tradition for both students and their adults. Tasty cold treats and new activities await. Schools have pulled off book fairs, book drives, family bingo nights, and bike rodeos as the weather has warmed. They're busy planning summertime play dates for incoming kindergartners, building a welcoming school community from the very start. They have hosted large-scale art shows, showcasing the talent of our D25 students, while running spiritwear and school supply sales for next year. Cultural arts assemblies from the American Indian Center in Chicago were highly informative and engaging as well. Several schools have used their extra funds to purchase more music stands for their schools and spiritwear for incoming students. The council would like to thank each school for participating in our annual Pack the Piggies fundraising drive. The goal was met with $1 per student, and in many cases, it was greatly exceeded. The council's scholarship fund remains as strong as ever, just as our dedication to awarding the scholarships does. The council wishes you all an excellent summer. Suchi Soni from Windsor will be joining you in the fall as the next president of the council. The Arlington Heights Council of PTAs treasures its relationship with our school district. Thank you for your time with me this year. It's been an honor to keep you updated in all things PTA.
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erin, and thanks for your service through the PTA Council. This evening, we don't have an ABC 25 Foundation report, so we'll continue on to the ATA report, and I'll welcome Allison Berg to the microphone.
I don't have a slideshow tonight. I thought, with everything going on, I was going to try to keep it brief, but you know me, I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to talk. So, good evening, and thank you for allowing me a few minutes to share some ATA news. The ATA would also like to congratulate all the retirees, wishing them the best as they embark on new adventures. This is a very busy month for teachers. Do we call it Maycember, I believe? We have been busy wrapping up units of study combined with end-of-the-year fun like senior walks, fifth grade breakfasts, field trips, field days, and so much more. It is always a sprint to the finish line. ATA would like to announce a few changes next year affecting our executive board. I will continue as the ATA president for the next 2 years. Casey Whitaker will continue to serve as our vice president, and Joe Kim will continue to serve as our treasurer. But we say goodbye to Alyssa Maloney, who has been serving as our secretary, and Kate Reno, who has served as our rights and responsibilities chair. ATA would like to thank both of these ladies for their unwavering support of ATA, the teachers here in District 25, for their hard work and the effort and heart they have poured into these roles. We are welcoming Megan Yarbrough as our new secretary and Olivia Leiby, I never say it right, Leiby, as our new rights and responsibilities chair. Megan has served as a rep for many years and has worked on our school board elections committee, as a school board elections committee chair. And Olivia has also served as a rep and also served on our calendar committee in the past. We look forward to working with them in the upcoming school year, and I'm sure they will have much insight to add to our group. On May 1st, we honored May Day here in the district by wearing red for Ed. Many teachers participated in this event, and we just wanted to thank the many administrators who also wore red, like Kendra Perry, who supported us also by wearing red. We appreciate the support and the effort by them as well. Finally, we would like to thank the administration and the board for our ongoing efforts as we are negotiating a new teacher's contract. We have spent many hours together engaging in meaningful conversations, and we appreciate the collaborative effort by all during this process, and we hope to seal that deal in the very near future. So thank you for allowing me to just take a moment to share tonight. I'm wishing you all a relaxing and fun summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. Now is the time on our agenda we set aside for community input. If a member of the public wishes to address any item on tonight's agenda, we ask that you please complete one of the blue forms provided on the table by the door and hand the card to Lana O'Brien. Please note on your card if you wish to speak now at the first community input opportunity, or if you wish to speak later should we have a second community input opportunity. We have a number of requests to speak before the board, so I'm going to share this about the public comments for board meetings. The opportunity to speak to the board is provided for members of the public who have a comment to make about the business of the board. The board appreciates hearing from stakeholders and values your thoughts and questions. Public input can be helpful to the board as we strive to make the best decisions for the district. In order for the board to reserve sufficient time to conduct its business and operate its meetings in the spirit of civility and decorum, speakers are expected to adhere to the following guidelines. 1, address the board only at the time provided on the agenda and only after being recognized by the board president. 2, identify yourself and be brief. Comments may be limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per speaker. The board may shorten this time in order to allow the maximum number of people the opportunity to speak. And 3, please be respectful and courteous. The board requests that you not make statements that are personally disrespectful or condescending to members of the board or our staff. The board typically does not respond to comments or attempt to answer questions during the public comment period, but we do listen intently and appreciate the input from our community. As always, if you have included your email on the comment form, somebody will get back to you regarding any questions or comments. With that, we'll go to our first request, and if Erica Pace would please join us at the microphone. Thank you, Erica, and welcome.
Squishy. Sorry. Good evening. My name is Erica Pace. My son is a 7th grader at South, and my daughter is a 5th grader at Dryden. I started a petition asking the district to reevaluate ed tech products and the role of one-to-one devices in our classrooms. We have 682 signatures, and someone here tonight will read the petition to you, but I'm here to say something broader. Our district serves over 5,000 children, children that have been put through one social experiment after another. Constant connectivity, remote learning during the pandemic, smartphones, social media, and an internet fueled by companies whose sole agenda is to rob them of their time, attention, and human relationships. And now we have an education system that is increasingly centered around screens. For years, many parents and teachers have sensed that something wasn't right. The research has finally caught up, painting a bleak picture. An OECD International Review of EdTech concluded, quote, students who use computers very frequently at school do a lot worse in most learning outcomes, end quote. Another study of 300,000 students across the US shows that even small daily amounts of digital use in the classroom, just 30 minutes, are negatively related to reading comprehension scores. A recent New York Times article using Stanford University testing data reports that almost everywhere in America, students have lost ground. According to this report, our own district has fallen 1.8 grade levels in reading and almost a whole grade level in math over the past decade. Some are being leaders in change. In 2023, Sweden began actively removing technology from classrooms after seeing the link between poor performance and digital learning methods. States such as Alabama, Utah, Virginia, and Tennessee have all enacted legislation to reevaluate technology's role in the classroom. Los Angeles passed a resolution to pull back screen use in our own neighboring districts of 15, 21, 23, and 57, are seeing growing parent-led conversations about these issues as well. This is not a time to place blame. It is a time to pause, reevaluate, and work together to create classrooms that use technology thoughtfully and still protect the human connections and attention that our children need to thrive. Our children must build the right kind of habits because their future success is going to be based on their character, their emotional intelligence, their focus, and their resilience, all things that technology has shown to erode. I am asking that we pause all new ed tech and AI adoptions, reevaluate what we currently have, track screen usage on one-to-one devices for full transparency, and protect offline learning. I look forward to hearing how we can get started working on this together. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. And I will continue calling up individuals that have requested, and please know I'll do my best with your last name, and I invite you, you're welcome to correct me. I please want to do the, say your names properly. So our next individual that has requested to speak before the board is Melissa Meeker. Welcome, Melissa.
All right. Hi, I'm Melissa Maher. I came here today to request that District 25 reevaluate their use of educational technology. I have been teaching computer science and math in District 211 for 15 years. I have 2 sons who attend Olive Mary Stitt. I can see the effects of educational technology on my high school students and on my own children. One of the greatest myths about iPads and Chromebooks in schools is that students are gaining useful tech skills. My students from 15 years ago, who only had a desktop computer in their home, had greater tech skills than the students of today that have used iPads and Chromebooks through grade school. These devices are so user-friendly that students are flabbergasted by any software that is not a touchscreen application. They cannot save files, they cannot type, and they have no idea what to do if the computer does not behave as expected. They can't troubleshoot issues, and they don't know anything about how the device works. The amount of tech skills they have can be learned in a short amount of time. They don't need constant exposure to screens for years to use an iPad or a Chromebook effectively. There are useful tech skills that can be learned in school, but the district should become more intentional about teaching tech skills versus teaching every class through technology. Another misconception about educational technology is that whenever the students are engaged, they're learning. When students constantly have access to devices, they fail to develop the critical thinking skills needed to solve real-world problems. Many students develop a first response to every question. Google it, and read the AI overviews response at the top of the search. When a kid is growing up, they need to learn to think about problems and use what they know to find solutions. If you always rely on the search engine to answer your questions, you cannot develop original thoughts or contribute anything new to the world. In learning, there has to be some friction, an opportunity to slow down and struggle in order to develop higher order thinking and problem-solving skills. My most successful students are those who don't quit when they don't have the answer right away. They learn to sit and struggle through a problem and trust the process until they make a breakthrough. According to research from the Educational Opportunity Project at Stanford and Harvard University Center for Education Policy Research, reading and math scores have been declining nationally since 2013, when school districts started to adopt the one-to-one student-to-device model for education. My own children are 5 and 6 years old. They need practice with the fine motor skills involved in writing and drawing. They need to read books and synthesize information. They don't need touchscreen apps for reading and gamified math quizzes. The district needs to look at how the technology is being used in the classroom and how often it is being used. The district should figure out which tools are having a real beneficial effect on student learning and discontinue the products that are not effective. Any new curriculum adopted must have print resources and books. I would love to be included in a committee that is rethinking tech use in District 25. I'd like a response from the superintendent and the president of the school board on this matter. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Our next speaker will be Jennifer Hahn. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Jennifer Hahn. I have a daughter at Olive who is finishing up her 5th grade year and will be enrolling at Thomas next school year. I'm going to read a letter that I actually already emailed to Dr. K, as this summarizes what I would like to express. So thank you, Dr. K, for your thoughtful response, as I did receive it. I'm writing to you out of care and concern for my daughter and the well-being of all District 25 students. I was truly impressed by the leadership at the recent incoming 6th grade parent meetings and the mention of their cell phone policy. Given the recent research that has been coming to light due to Dr. Horvath and his book on the digital delusion, I was also hoping that District 25 would be discussing policy on limiting tech in general and ed tech use. We now know the harm and negative impact that tech has on our kids' learning, ability to focus, social skills, and their mental health. I'm an educator myself and have worked in the field for over 20 years as a school psychologist. I watch our schools utilize money and resources to police these tech tools. I observe students in classrooms every day and notice how often students are in tabs they shouldn't be, are not engaged in learning or in the classroom task. I talk to teachers who are exhausted from the constant monitoring and policing, and parents who feel stuck and also battle tech at home. As an educator and parent, I feel an ethical and moral responsibility to speak up. The system was never broken, despite what tech companies would like our dollars to believe. There were well-intentioned promises that aren't holding up when put into practice. I recently spoke to multiple coworkers who told me they're very grateful their kids attend a Chicago public school since the district is less resourced and unable to afford one-to-one devices for their students. Imagine that, being grateful for less resources. Recently, there was a post on an Arlington Heights Facebook page discussing the overuse of tech in District 25 and comments of parents considering sending their kids to private schools or exploring different options for education. D25 was a reason for families to move to Arlington Heights. I myself attended District 25 schools. It was a source of pride for my parents. D25 was known to be bold, progressive, and up-to-date on the research. When I was in graduate school, students in my program were competing to actually complete their internship in District 25 due to the reputation of the district. I implore you to be bold and to pivot with the new information that we now have. I would love for District 25 to be known as the district that makes the difficult choices based on what is best for our kids. Our kids are not customers, their information is not for tech companies, and these pivotal years of their learning are not to be wasted. We now know better, and it's our responsibility to do what is right for our kids. There are districts creating policies to limit tech use. There are teachers who are removing tech from their classrooms, and there are parents who are opting out. It is possible, and I do want to say I still feel that technology has a place in school, but teaching through technology isn't working. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Our next speaker is Tessa Bowman. Welcome, Tessa.
Hi, my name is Tessa. When I was in first grade, I had a reading group. We read with our teacher and brought us special books home to practice read with our family. They were really good stories. This year in second grade, we used Amira, and my speech teacher, since it doesn't help me because I can't understand, she can't understand what I'm saying so my speech teacher doesn't like it either because it doesn't help me practice what I'm working on for speaking. And I still need to practice, but Amira is not helping me practice when I do anything. And when it says the stuff that it said I got wrong, it does not say it the correct way, and it doesn't work. And I would rather go back to books and writing with paper and pencil. Thank you.
Thank you, Tessa. Our next speaker will be Janine Kalin. Welcome, Janine.
Hi, I'm Janine Callan, and I am Tessa's mom. She's in second grade at Dryden, and I also have a fifth grader at Dryden looking forward to going to South in the fall. I'm here to read the petition that, as Erica mentioned, over 650 people have signed in the last 3 weeks, a portion of the petition. Core to our beliefs is that learning requires effort, focus, and time, not shortcuts. We believe human connection, conversation, and play matter more than screen time. We believe that technology has a place in education, but it should never replace real teaching. We are concerned with technology use in District 25. Students are required to use district-issued devices far too often throughout the school day, measured in hours, especially when the device is a Chromebook. The district has 191 approved ed tech products, yet has no meaningful way to measure how much screen time students are actually accumulating. We are asking for screen use to be measured, capped, and for all ed tech products to be reevaluated for their learning purpose and effectiveness. Research is clear. Reading comprehension is worse on screens than on paper. Handwritten notes produce better recall and more durable learning than typed ones. Handwriting builds fine motor skills linked to stronger reading development. Most ed tech products, particularly those involving passive consumption, are not educationally beneficial. They are marketed as engagement tools when, in fact, they are engineered for addiction, producing learning that is slower, shallower, and less durable. Screen overuse leads to lower academic achievement, attention and focus issues, cognitive decline, increased anxiety, vision problems, and delays in executive functioning. These devices are also not safe. Students are exposed to inappropriate content through YouTube, sidebar ads, and the screens of distracted classmates. Games, some containing highly inappropriate content, are a constant distraction. The district can block a game 1 week, only for a new link-based version to appear the next. We do not blame the teachers. Their job is to teach, not police device compliance. We do not blame the children. Handing adolescents with limited impulse control an iPad or Chromebook and expecting them to use it only as intended is naive. Tech companies collect children's data for profit. If the district cannot protect students from unsafe content and data harvesting, these devices should not be required. We welcome technology education, STEM, coding, digital art. We support purposeful technology for students with IEPs and 504 plans, but we did not agree to education through technology. We are asking the District 25 Board and Administration to consider these 4 things. 1, pause all adoptions and implementations of new ed tech and generative AI tools. 2, reevaluate all existing ed tech. 3, track and cap screen use across all grades. 4, restore and protect offline learning. Ultimately, we are asking for an education that builds genuine intellectual stamina and critical thinking, develops focus, and asks students to wrestle with difficult material. Adolescence only happens once. Education shapes a child's mind for life, and we believe District 25 can do right by that responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you, Janine. Our next speaker will be Andrew Bodley. Bradley, I apologize.
I said I think because maybe there was someone here with that name. Hello, my name is Andrew Bradley. I lived in Arlington Heights since 1990 when I was 5 years old. While I did not attend District 25 school myself, my son is currently a 7th grader at South Middle School and my daughter is a 5th grader at Westgate. I have worked in information technology for approximately 20 years. My experience includes help desk support, system administration, networking, and software development. I have worked on SaaS platforms for healthcare companies as well as direct-to-consumer products for large financial institutions. I'm here tonight to talk about the student data breach announced by the district last night. Based on the district's own communication, a student gained access to an internal document containing student names, email addresses, passwords, student IDs, grades, and homeroom information. In my professional experience, storing sensitive credentials in an accessible document represents a serious failure of basic cybersecurity practices. In my experience, negligence like this would typically lead to immediate termination. Schools are increasingly targeted by cyber attacks, and educational institutions have a responsibility to implement modern security standards and safeguards to protect student information. I hope the board and administration take this incident seriously, conduct a full independent review of current security practices, and ensure meaningful corrective action is taken. As a parent IT professional, I continue to have concerns regarding the overall security posture and technology governance within District 25. I'd just like to use the last of my time to fourth, I guess, the other people here talking about technology in the classrooms. I didn't know that was going to be talked about tonight, but I also agree with them. I feel as though most technology in the classroom is used as a crutch to help the teachers and not to benefit the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Our next speaker will be August Kriska, and August may be joined by Jess as well. Welcome, August.
Hi, I'm August. I go to school at Olive Mary Stitt. Tonight I would like to talk to the board about Amira. I feel it is not the right way to teach us how to read. It's very frustrating, and all of the kids in my third grade class do not like it too. One reason is because it will pronounce a word right, but Amir says I am wrong, but I'm not even. I'm not. Even the teacher will check. I really miss the old times when my teacher listened to me read. Please consider stopping Amira. It would make things better. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, August. Our next speaker, and I believe this is our last slip for the first opportunity to speak to the board. Our next speaker will be Christina Jenkins. Welcome, Christina.
Good evening. My name is Christina Jenkins. I live here in the district, and more importantly, I'm the parent of a son and daughter who are currently in the first grade at Dryden. I am here tonight to support the concerns and requests brought up by my fellow parents this evening regarding our district's use of educational technology. To give you a little insight on my background, I recently chose to leave the tech industry after spending more than a decade as a professional at companies such as Google and Amazon. Having spent my career working around large-scale software development and the rollout of artificial intelligence, I have a deep appreciation for technology. However, I also see how billions of dollars are currently being poured into AI and classroom tech. From an industry perspective, many of these rapid rollouts are still very much in an experimental phase. Because these tools are developing so quickly, they aren't always fully vetted for the impact on long-term learning, focus, and development. When tech is rolled out at this pace, the long-term effects on young developing minds aren't always the primary focus. As someone who values innovation, I simply want to ensure we aren't inadvertently making our children the test group for unproven tech initiatives. Their early education is far too foundational to be treated as a trial period for big tech platforms. I asked the board to first pause, look at the big picture, and then reevaluate. Tonight, I'm asking the board for 3 constructive steps that my peers have already brought forth. First, transparency. We need clear information on exactly which digital tools are being used in our classrooms and across the district and how they are impacting their daily learning. Second, a pause in adoption of new tools. I request a temporary pause in adopting any additional AI or digital ed tech platforms until we can fully and thoroughly evaluate the tools we already have and spend additional funds. Third, I'm asking for a follow-up on the petition. I ask that the board formally review and respond to the specific, thoughtful requests outlined in the parents' petition presented tonight. Technology has its place, but it should enhance the classroom, not replace the essential human element of learning. Thank you for your time, your leadership, and your dedication. We look forward to partnering with you to keep our schools balanced, intentional, and strong.
Thank you, Christina. We're going to continue on with our regular agenda, but I want to note for those following the published agenda, we are keeping the same items, but we're going to do them in a little bit different order. So our next agenda items in order will be the personnel and planning, the consent agenda, and then board communication. Again, the same elements, just a little bit different order. So with that, we are at the personnel and planning section of the agenda, and we start with an action item for a resolution for dismissal. Can I have a motion, please?
Mr. President,
Yes, Liz.
I move that the Board of Education approve the resolution dismissal of custodian Richard Kraskowski as presented.
Thank you, Liz. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Kevin. And Lana, if you could please call the vote.
Yes. Michael?
Yes.
Scapalato?
Yes.
Neerman?
Yes.
Buchberger?
Yes.
Jogi? Yes. Cerniglia?
Yes.
Thank you, Lana. The motion carries 7-0. Next, we're continuing to another action item for the 2026-2027 personnel plan. Can I have a motion, please?
Mr. President.
Yes, Liz.
One moment. I move that the Board of Education approve the personnel plan for the 2026-2027 as presented.
Thank you, Liz. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Kevin. And Kendra, if you could walk the board through the plan for the 2026-2027.
Absolutely. Good evening. Tonight I'm presenting the personnel plan for the 26-27 school year. The staffing projections are informed by student enrollment, program requirements, state mandates, identified student needs, and the strategic goals of our district. Following a thorough discussions with building administrators and cabinet members, we are prepared to recommend the following updates to our personnel plan. Under contingency, we recommend the following positions that were supported by contingency funds this school year. Continuing with our creative arts teacher at Thomas Middle School and a registered nurse for district coverage. In addition to these specific recommendations, we'll continue to include a contingency amount in the budget to address potential mid-year staffing needs that may arise due to unexpected enrollment changes or the arrival of new students with specialized needs. Additionally, we've made the following staffing recommendations for consideration by the board. Reduction of classroom allocations based on enrollment and class size goals. Addition of a student services program specialist to support instructional practices for students with disabilities and ensuring compliance for our special education programs. Increase a district BST position from 10 to 12 months to support summer technology needs. Increase the administrative assistant position at Olive Mary Stitt to support increased student enrollment. The addition of a director of business operations and the addition of an SEIU contingency position for cross-training in the HVAC technician arena. At this time, I recommend that the Board of Education approve the personnel plan for 26-27 school year as presented. Thank you for your time. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Kendra. Thanks for walking us through that. Any questions from the board? Okay. Seeing none, Lana, if you could please call the vote.
Michael?
Yes.
Scapalato?
Yes.
Neerman?
Yes.
Buchberger?
Yes.
Jogi?
Yes.
Cerniglia?
Yes.
Tranter?
Yes.
Thank you, Lana. The motion carries 7-0. And we will continue on to the another action item for a memorandum of understanding, ATA sick leave bank. Can I have a motion, please?
Mr. President.
Yes, Liz.
I move that the Board of Education approve the Memorandum of Understanding ATA Sick Leave Bank as presented.
Thank you, Liz. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Kevin. And Kendra, if you could take us through this.
Absolutely. This evening, I'm presenting a memorandum of understanding between the Arlington Teachers Association and District Administration regarding revisions to the sick leave bank provisions as outlined in the collective bargaining agreement. The ATA and district administration engaged in a collaborative discussion to review the current sick leave bank language and identify ways to better support employees experiencing documented serious or extended illnesses. Through those conversations, both parties worked together to develop proposed revisions that maintain the integrity of the existing structure while providing additional flexibility for employees facing ongoing medical circumstances. Under the current agreement, employees are eligible to access sick leave bank days based on their years of service in D25. The proposed MOU preserves that tiered eligibility system. However, it also adds clarifying language that would allow approved unused sick leave bank days connected to a documented serious or extended illness to carry over into the subsequent school term when the illness extends beyond the end of the contract year. This revision is intended to provide continuity of support for employees who remain under medical care or treatment during an extended leave situation, while also ensuring that the process remains clearly defined and appropriately documented. The administration and Arlington Teachers Association believe this MOU reflects a collaborative solution that supports employee well-being while maintaining the operational framework of the sick leave bank program. At this time, the administration recommends the board approve the memorandum of understanding as presented.
Thank you, Kendra. Any questions from the board on this action item? All right, seeing none, Lana, if you could please call the vote.
Scapalato?
Yes.
Neerman?
Yes.
Buchberger?
Yes.
Jogi?
Yes.
Cerniglia?
Yes.
Tranter?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Thank you, Lana. The motion carries 7-0, which brings us to the consent agenda, and this is an action item. Can I have a motion, please?
Mr. President,
Yes, Liz.
I move that the Board of Education approve those items on the consent agenda as follows. A, personnel report and addendum to the personnel report. B, treasurer's report. C, invoices. D, fixed asset disposal report. E, regular and closed session meeting minutes of April 21st, 2026.
Thank you, Liz. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Kevin. Lana, if you could please call the vote.
Neerman?
Yes.
Buchberger?
Yes.
Jogi?
Yes.
Cerniglia?
Yes.
Tranter?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Scapalato?
Yes. And motion carries 7-0. Thank you, Lana. And Dr. K, I'll turn it to you.
With the passing of the consent agenda, I am excited to recognize 4 people in positions that they are accepting on behalf of your past consent agenda. So if I could have Sandy Voss please rise and come on up. Sandy is moving from the current title of Food Nutrition Services Director, and she will be assuming a new title of the new Director of Business Operations here in District 25. Congratulations, Sandy. We're really happy to have you carry the torch for a department that is having many resignations over the next school year. The position starts on July 1st, so this gives us a chance to post her position and begin looking for a replacement for her position, which I'm sure won't be easy. But I'm excited to welcome you into the business side of the school district, not that you're not already there, but now you have the title to support that as well. So congratulations, Sandy. We're happy to have you. She is not here, but I wanted to recognize the milestone change. Our current Ivy Hill assistant principal, Monique Wadzinski, has accepted the position of the coordinator of multilingual program and equity. We are excited to recognize her. I believe that has been communicated to the staff as of today, so it's new news and exciting news, so congratulations to Monique. And we have 2 more to recognize. One, Diane Carpenter, who is here. Diane, come on up. Ooh. Loud applause, Diane. I heard it. It was thunderous. Diane is currently working in our Student Services Department as our administrative assistant, and we are excited to have her move across the hall to replace Lana as the executive assistant to the superintendent. Congratulations, Diane. There is a chair that's close to where Lana's at, but maybe in June. maybe in June. You can enjoy the audience seat for one more meeting. And last but certainly not least, it's like a boomerang. This place is hard to leave and stay away. So I want to bring up Lisa Sidlowski. Come on up, Lisa. Congratulations and welcome back. Lisa has left us for a total of 1 school year, and we were able to boomerang her back, so I am grateful you have returned. The position that you have accepted, I am thrilled to see Annette here, which is awesome. It's a dual title position at Greenbrier, both assistant principal halftime and early childhood coordinator, and we are thrilled that you have accepted the challenge. Welcome back to District 25. Thanks. As an employee, you have never left as a parent. True. And I see your family is here, which is awesome, so thanks for coming to support Mom, and welcome back. It's awesome. Was there anyone else? Good. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, we will continue tonight's agenda with board communications. So this is the opportunity for me to look to my colleagues and ask if there are any member updates since our last meeting. Who wants to go?
Mr. President?
Yes, Deb.
May is exciting, so I'm excited to share. May is that vibrant, exciting time in our schools between concerts, ceremonies, field trips, recognitions, that staff, students, parents all recognize. And over the past month, I've had the joyful opportunity to participate in numerous classroom activities. So thank you to the schools for having me. I wanted to give a shout out to the Patton staff, students, and community. My first time attending their Make-A-Wish fundraiser was mind-blowing. I had the opportunity to participate along with fellow board member Melissa and her beautiful children, and we really enjoyed just the gathering, the ambiance, the happiness of the students, the staff. School was out less than 20 minutes, and they all came back in their blue shirts and raised just over $10,000 for Make-A-Wish. So the spirit and the community there was unbelievable. Also, as a first-time participant for Thomas Middle School, with their annual Thomas, what did we call it, Dr. K? Pride of the Wolfpack was unbelievably celebratory and incredible, both for celebrating staff, students, previous students. This sense of pride and community just continues to fill my heart. I had an opportunity, I was invited to Olive Mary Stitt. Third graders wanted to share with me the fact that they created inspirational quotes and posters in their advanced learning class. And it provided me an opportunity to see what they were doing with their advanced learning teacher and to see their posters. And I was pretty mind blown by the maturity and the educational knowledge of these third graders, which really helped to ensure that the advanced learning teachers in the program within the district is something that we really do need to continue. Lastly, today, I attended one of the annual traditions at Olive Mary Stitt and their senior walk. And once again, the parents, the community members, the returning students that share District 25 and elementary school was their favorite time growing up. And it really provided for them the opportunity to decide what they wanted to do as they were older. So even though they left the district and went on to high school, some to Viter, some to Hersey, they just continued to have the memories of elementary school, and that filled my heart in such a great way. So those experiences were an important reminder of all the happiness that spreads through May among all the chaos in May. So all good things.
Thank you, Deb. Any other updates?
Mr. President?
Yes, Kevin.
Since our last meeting, I had the privilege of attending both spring musicals at the 2 middle schools. And it's easy to see this is only a small part of why Arlington Heights District 25 is one of the best communities for music education. So I wanted to say congratulations to the cast, crew, and all of the many staff members involved in Thomas Middle School's production of High School Musical, as well as the cast, crew, and staff members involved in the South Middle School production of Anastasia. It's clear to see that the performing arts are alive and well in District 25, and I hope that continues for years to come.
Thank you, Kevin. Other updates? Melissa?
Mr. President,
Yes.
I wanted to give a shout out to the Arlington Heights Council of PTAs. I had the pleasure of attending their scholarship breakfast, and it's one of my favorite events every year. It's so heartwarming to see seniors graduating high school who attended District 25 schools not only receiving these honors and talking about their bright futures and how District 25 had such an impact on them, but they also bring a teacher from District 25 to honor at that breakfast. And it's such a great example of the impact that our teachers have on their students' lives without even realizing it on a daily basis, because these teachers have stayed with them all the way through their senior year of high school. And it's an amazing event. So I'd like to thank the Arlington Heights Council of PTAs for organizing that, and also for everyone who donated to the Pack the Piggies fundraiser, because that money goes towards those scholarships, which is really going to help the bright futures of those former District 25 students. So thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Mr. President?
Yes, Anisha.
It definitely is Maycember, so Allison is right, it is Maycember, and it's crazy, like Deb said, but so much fun and so many different activities. And the scholarship breakfast that we just talked, that Melissa just spoke about, the board members who attended, we needed Kleenex at that event, like every year, because our students who leave, I have a senior who's graduating, and the students who leave District 25, they are so well prepared for high school and beyond, and when they spoke at the scholarship breakfast, they articulated themselves so powerfully and so well, so it was so great to see. And as far as a part of the Wolf Pack, I just love that tradition. I've been a couple of times, and I really like that tradition at Thomas Middle School where the students are in the audience watching the honorees, and for them it's really this aspect of you have to see it to be it. And so then you have a senior there, our students are watching, high schoolers who've come back, like a senior heading to Harvard to become a cardiac specialist. They're seeing our student Jake Connolly acting in Stranger Things, a teacher whose students gave her a standing ovation. This is incredible things that are happening right here in our neighborhood, all these incredible things. So I think it's moving and inspiring for all of us to see. So it's a great event to go to. And I wasn't even expecting to see our students when I went to Egg Harbor Cafe, where I was being served and assisted by World of Work students from Windsor. Our Windsor friends have gone. But they were in their Windsor shirts, and they were really representing so well. And then as we walked around town, because it's been such nice weather, we saw Dryden students at various local businesses doing a stellar job supporting. So a big shout out to the small businesses in the area who support our schools in so many different ways, like a plug for Science Olympiad. So today from Science Olympiad, all the students went to Barrios, because if we go to Barrios today until tomorrow and say Science Olympiad, 15% of the proceeds go to the Science Olympiad team. So if we're not eating sugar like me right now, we still have to go to Barrios and do that for the Science Olympiad team. So just remarkable time during May to see all the fruits of the hard work of all our teachers and staff, and to see all these incredible students come out of our schools. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Anisha. And I think I'm going to round this out by just amplifying with a few words what Kevin already said. I did also see Anastasia the musical here at South, and then I saw a number of concerts at Thomas, which included the jazz band, concert bands, and choir. And Kevin, you said it appropriately. I mean, it's no wonder this district has been recognized as the best community for music education. we'll start with the students and their outstanding performances and the time they devote to get to that point where they can celebrate what they've invested in their instruments or in their craft, but also the parent support that goes with it, all the morning drop-offs and rehearsals and all those things, and then of course the staff time to help those students realize those performances. So just congratulations all around, all the people that are invested, the students, the staff, and the parents in making those happen. All right, well, we'll continue on, and we're at the legislative report. And Kevin, I'll turn it to you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Not a lot new to share this month. I do want to remind our board that upcoming EdRed Mini Summit will take place on Thursday, June 11th from 8 a.m. to noon at the Lake ROE building in Lake Forest. I did send an email with information to the board earlier today if anyone is not already signed up to attend but is interested in attending. EdRed's most recent update, they wanted to share that they are still encouraging members to continue reaching out to House representatives to share concerns about Senate Bill 2914, which is the notice to remedy bill that has been brought up several times in the past. And I just also of note, I've continued to see that many legislators are proposing additional bills or revisions to existing proposed bills around the use of AI in schools, and with technology being such a prevalent topic this evening, I just thought that was an interesting and important thing to share with the rest of the board. So unless Stacy has anything additional to share, that's it for the legislative update.
And Kevin, I want to jump in on the legislative report and just say congratulations to Dr. Jogi, who will be presenting at the EdRed a session on leading together stronger culture, stronger governance. So thank you. We besides attendees, we will be well represented by you, Dr. Jogi. Thank you. Yeah. All right. And so I'm going to look at you again, Dr. Jogi, and if you could pick it up with the IASB and COSBA report.
Yeah, I'll report back on COSBA. As some of you know, last year I had attended the COSBA's Federal Advocacy Conference in Washington, D.C., and it was really an eye-opening experience and really helped me see the connection between kind of that local, state, and then national advocacy piece. And so that conference is happening again as an opportunity for board members to attend and learn so much from that process on September 21st to the 23rd in Washington, D.C. And if you wanted any questions, if you're interested in going, feel free to tap me on the shoulder. I'm happy to share.
Thank you, Anisha. And Liz, we're ready for the NSSEO.
Yes, thank you. At the last NSSEO meeting, we also had a retirement celebration, which is incredibly joyous. We're so grateful for the many years of service that so many of the NSSEO employees have also dedicated to not only District 25 students, but all the students in our co-op. NSSEO is still working on their contract negotiations. And also a special thank you to Dr. Kay and Ryan Schultz for meeting with the NSSEO staff about the minor school HVAC project. The staff really appreciated your time and your willingness to address their timing concerns. So thank you so much for that extra time.
All right, thank you, Liz. We are now moving to the business and finance section of the agenda. We have an action item for the 2026-2027 Consolidated District Plan. Can I have a motion, please?
Mr. President.
Yes, Liz.
I move that the Board of Education approve the 2026-27 Consolidated District Plan as presented.
Thank you, Liz. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Kevin. And Stacy, provide the report to the board.
Thank you. The Consolidated District Plan allows recipients of federal grants to answer one set of questions to meet the requirements for a number of the title grants as well as the IDEA special education grants. District 25 receives funding through all of these grants except for Title V. I did provide the board with a description of the purpose of each of these grants. All of the federal grants have a requirement to provide supplemental educational services for eligible private school students, which we also term as proportionate share or non-public funds. Title I we use to provide intervention support at 1 middle school and 1 elementary school based on the formula. South and Ivy are the 2 schools that we service. Title II we use for professional development. Title III is used mainly to support our bilingual parents advisory committee and summer school supplies and busing for our ML students. We don't anticipate any Title III funds next year, but we still write for them in the grant. Title IV provides additional student support and academic enrichment. And IDEA funds are, as I said, to support our special education programs, including pre-K, as well as there's a 5% minimum professional development allotment that the funds require, which we use to support NSSCO. The consolidated plan is required to be approved by the board and submitted before they will release any of the applications for the 26-27 funding to us for completion.
Okay, thank you, Stacy. Any questions from the board? All right, seeing none, Lana, if you could please call the vote.
Buchberger,
Yes.
Jogi,
Yes.
Cerniglia,
Yes.
Tranter,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Scapalato,
Yes.
Neerman.
Yes.
Thank you, Lana. The motion carries 7-0, which will bring us to the superintendent's report. So, Dr. K.
Thank you for the opportunity to highlight a couple of people that deserve a little more recognition this evening. Starting with Stacy Malik. She recently received an award from the Illinois Association of School Business Officials. She received the Ronald E. Everett Distinguished Service Award, addressing a recognition of individuals for their diligence, superior performance, and achievement in service to the school business public. Congratulations, Stacy. I wasn't sure if it made it here, but their word is, it is here? Oh, Brad, if you could have, it's hiding on the stage. No, I did not forget. Sandy, would you mind revealing what's on that whiteboard back there? I think it's well worth the opportunity for the board to see it. This has been hanging out in district office. I said I just need it until tonight's board meeting. Look at that. Brad and Stacy, keep walking down here. That's great. Yeah, hold hands. Yeah. Make sure she makes it. So at the event, the annual IASBO event, this was, along with a couple others that received awards, at the base of one of the transitions from one escalator to another. So everyone got to enjoy Stacy every time they went up to the main area. And we were lucky enough to get it brought back here to district office. This might be the last time we see it, but I was grateful, Stacy, you were willing to let us bring it to district office. You're going to put Stacy with Stacy? Excellent. She looks so happy. So this really is an extreme honor for Stacy to be given this recognition. And look at her smile. So nice. We are extremely lucky, as you guys know, to have Stacy working here in this district. We get the benefit of having her for another year. But I am thrilled she was recognized for her diligent work, and we appreciate you keeping us fiscally responsible and having that mindset in every conversation we have. Without you, I don't know if it happens with that steady leadership. So thank you, Stacy, and congratulations. A couple more recognitions. I had the pleasure of attending the Special Olympics, and there were a number of student athletes, a number of staff. The team is led by Coach Colleen Higgins. There's many other coaches that are involved. Diane was there celebrating and pushing all of our athletes, not in a bad way, but pushing them, encouraging them. And then Tommy T. Wolf also made an appearance, AKA Lori Namowitz. It was a phenomenal sighting for our kids to see Tommy the T. Wolf. And we also had former students that are in high school also participating, that we got the joy of seeing them continuing to participate in the Special Olympics. So that was an awesome event, and congratulations to all of our coaches and our athletes for the time that they put in. It was an awesome day, perfect. Another celebration is the progress we're making towards the instructional program expansion to Patton. I give a lot of credit to the Patton team. I give a lot of credit to the Windsor team, Diane, and the other staff who are helping make that transition smooth. We have one last scheduled meeting at Patton right before, and it's not before any longer, it is in replace of their PTA meeting. So next week, it's our last formal meeting to give the Patton community a chance to ask us questions about the program, but also a chance for us to celebrate the program that's coming to Patton. So I just give a lot of credit to the thoughtful transition planning that Diane and her team put in place. Without that, I don't think it will be as strong. There's a lot of conversations happening with the students that will be transitioning from Windsor to Patton, and there's a lot of conversations and social stories happening with the students at Patton to help prepare them for welcoming the new students into their school. So I'm just grateful for all of the work and energy that's gone in to make sure that this is a smooth transition. So thank you, Diane, for being here and for putting all that work together. And then last but not least, I think a couple of you are signed up to help me on Monday, hoping the weather is really good. We're going to participate in the Memorial Day Parade. We have t-shirts for all of our participants, and I'm excited to announce that we have over 100 participants from families, staff, and students. I will tell you, I was really nervous when we sent out the first communication and the sign-up button. The next day, I had one. So I asked Adam if he could put together a separate communication to give it more attention, and now we have 100. So I am thrilled to be joined in recognizing Memorial Day in this community, which is a special event where District 25 will now play a part in that recognition. So thank you for those who are participating and able to, and thank you to Adam for your willingness to send a separate communication to give it some attention. So thank you. That is it for Part A of my time. I'm going to move to Part B, the Freedom of Information Act report. Our administrative team ensured that all inquiries were addressed accurately and on schedule, meeting all legal requirements and timely disclosure. In our ongoing commitment for transparency, the district fulfilled 8 FOIA requests over the last month. Any questions on the FOIAs that were filled? All right. Moving to Part C, our strategic plan update. This is an action item.
Thank you, Dr. K. Can we have a motion for the strategic plan refresh?
Mr. President.
Yes, Liz.
I move that the Board of Education approve the strategic plan refresh 2026 through 2031 as presented.
Thank you, Liz. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Kevin. And do you have additional information?
Just a thank you for letting our team present last board meeting. I know it took some time, but it helped to give definition to all of the work that the strategic plan refresh team had put in. So I have nothing new to add other than just a thank you to the team and your willingness to listen to what the team had put together. So thank you.
All right. And any questions for Dr. K? All right. Then I think we're ready. Lana, if you could please call the vote.
Jogi?
Yes.
Cerniglia?
Yes.
Tranter?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Scapalato?
Yes.
Neerman?
Yes.
Buchberger?
Yes.
Thank you, Lana. The motion carries 7-0. Thank you, Dr. K.
If I could just add one more plug now that I know it's been approved. So the next steps would be making and creating the visual that we will kick off in August, the new school year, with the visual of what we've put together. And then I will also be putting together a schedule for how we provide updates on the goals here at the board meeting. So those will be the next 2 action items we have to put in place. And now on to my final section, D. It's not an action item, so student voice. You might remember the last meeting, we ended this topic with looking at a schedule of when we might be bringing the student ambassadors to share. We had 2 groups or 2 schools representing. And then I finished with, I want you to think about where would they actually sit and for how long when they come to present. So the visual I had was over here, which is now by Brian. Would we have 2, 3, 4 additional students sharing and sitting for the whole meeting? Or would we create possibly similar to what we have for our community partners, the ATA, the PTA, the ABC 25, do we create a new section, communications from student board ambassadors, where we let them come up together as a group and share, and then after they're done sharing, they can go sit, choose to stay for the rest of the meeting, or choose also to exit. So I don't know if you've taken the time to think through where you would lean on how we would have them physically participate in the meeting. We know we want to give them at one point a microphone to speak, but physically, have you thought through how you would lean on where they would sit?
I'm happy to jump in. I like the idea, because we're a K-8 school district, and you have shared so many different opportunities for student voice in the strategic plan and other ways, and in their school, they'll have that leadership, and then they'll be with you as well. So as far as the school board meeting goes for K-8 students, I think I like the idea of them presenting just like our other guest presenters, and then they get the opportunity to go home, finish homework, and so forth. And of course, if they want to stay for research purposes, but then at least they're having a touch point and getting to see what's going on. So yeah, I like that idea.
I would second what Anisha's suggesting. I would very much be fond of the idea of having them present in a similar time of the community input, so that they're not getting home at 10 o'clock at night, or if they've got sports and homework and everything else, trying to give them the option of, after they share, they could leave.
I like the idea if it's somehow we can hit the timing so that the students that we are celebrating each meeting will get to hear what their peers are presenting. Because I think that's more exposure and just more authentic audience for them.
Yeah, a new addition. So yeah, we can also think about where within the meeting we place that. And I hadn't thought about placing that at a point where the recognitions that happen could also witness and participate by seeing their peers present. So yeah, good. I hadn't thought about where that would land. Obviously, if we decided on we want them here the whole meeting, they would see that. But the recognition part may be gone by the time those students share. So that's good food for thought on where we would place them within the agenda. Good. So I'm feeling like I'm getting the sense of we can build a time in the meeting where it would take place similar to our other community partners. This is a new wrinkle that I don't think is a bad one. It's a good one. Do we place it immediately after? Do we place it right before? So something for me to think about. But I now have direction on where we have them physically participating in the meeting. So this is helpful. Any other final thoughts before we allow me to start finding and planning for the groups?
Yeah. And so remind me, Dr. K, what will their title be?
Currently, it's Student Board Ambassadors, SBA.
Okay. And how many will we have again? Remind me again.
We would have 2 per grade at the middle school. So here at South, they'd have 2 6th, 2 7th, 2 8th. At Thomas, they would also have 2 6th, 2 7th, 2 8th. And at the elementaries, each one would have 2 5th grade representatives.
Okay. Thank you for coordinating so much student voice and engagement. It would be great to pilot and see how it goes.
Yeah, I think we pilot it, we try for a year, and then get some feedback and see how it goes, not only from the students who are participating in this, but from the board. Is that the type of voice we are satisfied with at this level?
Yeah. Thank you.
Good. Excited. And that wraps up my portion. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Dr. K. We've arrived at the second community input section of the agenda, and Lana is giving me the signal. We don't have any blue slips, so we'll continue on to the future agenda items section of the meeting. So I'll ask my colleagues any new topics that may have been discussed with Dr. K already for us to consider at a future meeting.
Mr. President, I would like to express an interest in a future board agenda item to discuss or to have an informational presentation about the current use of technology within the district. Dr. K and I already spoke about how possibly it could be in touch points, so we're all working with the same data, unless there are specific things possibly that the board would like data about. But just so we all have a starting point of how much technology is being used, what's the current state of things, if we're going to continue a discussion as was expressed by the public interest tonight. So just a starting point.
Okay. Thank you, Melissa, for that suggestion. And so I'll remind the board that at this time we're simply deciding, is this something we want to add to a future agenda? We could also discuss briefly what, if our interests match what Melissa's suggesting, or if there's any other contours to it we should consider. So any thoughts from the board?
I'm happy to simply second that idea that Melissa brought up as a good starting point to collect data and for us to get a pulse on and a better understanding as a board as well. So thank you, Melissa, for bringing that up.
Thank you, Nisha. Other thoughts? Okay, Liz, thank you, Liz, for that, and others. Okay, so it looks like we have consensus. And Melissa, I want to thank the way you framed it, because my opinion, my individual opinion is I think the board does its best work when we start with information and we understand kind of the lay of the land, and then we can ask questions, give Dr. K direction, and build from there. So then it looks like we have that consensus to add this at a future meeting, so it will move into to be determined in terms of when it will, and I know Dr. K, you'll keep us apprised of that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, Melissa, for taking the time to meet with me before. So I was anticipating this topic coming up, and timely, fantastic, so thank you. And I also appreciate not forcing it into June, because there's a lot happening as we end this school year, and I'm excited about that. So I could see a future of us bringing this topic with the data prepared as a starting point, possibly in July. Okay. So if that meets our needs, it gives me another chance to ask you questions about what are some other data points you would like, so we can start preparing that now, preparing for July. Okay. So thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Melissa.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Dr. K. So the board needs to return to closed session to continue working on the same topics announced earlier for closed session. The board cannot take any action during closed session, and we will not be taking any action when we return to open session afterwards. So can I have a motion to return to closed session for the reasons previously noted?
Mr. President?
Yes, Liz.
I move that we return to closed session for the reasons previously noted.
Thank you, Liz. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Kevin. Lana, if you could please call the roll.
Cerniglia?
Yes.
Tranter?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Scapalato?
Yes.
Neerman?
Yes.
Buchberger?
Yes.
Jogi?
Thank you, Lana. The motion carries 7-0, and thank you everyone for being here with us tonight. We appreciate you staying with us. All right. Have a good evening.